Hello car lovers driving the 2022 Toyota Tundra Max Limited L. This is the V6 twin turbo, all equipped, everything. What to say about this vehicle? Well, I have a few things to say, but first a quick overview.
The Tundra is new for 2022. Toyota brags it is offered in 23 trims. For the cab size, there are two, double cab and Crew Max cab. A 5.5 foot bed and a 6.5 foot bed are offered. We get the limited Crew Max with large bed and no bed liner. All Tundras come with a V6 twin turbo engine of 3.5 liters that makes 348 horsepower and 405 pounds of torque for the SRs, and the other models get a 389 horsepower and 479 pounds of torque. Fuel economy is 13.5 liters in the city, 10.6 liters on the highway. Perfectly reasonable to me with a 10-speed automatic. Towing, depending on model, is up to 12,000 pounds. Toyota says that Tundra has lots of space and uses premium materials. In this Crew Max, it is certainly as roomy as its rivals. The interior quality is behind its competitors, noticeably Ram 1500, though it must be said it is better priced than its competitors. However, Toyota reliability is so far ahead of everyone, it is reassuring. In Quebec, Tundra costs $78,768 and is subject to Quebec's excessive yearly registration tax. In Alberta, it costs $72,111 and no registration tax.
All right, we're back. So, what do I think about this vehicle? The exterior styling is, it's much improved, though I would be hard pressed to say it is better than its rivals, especially that Ram 1500, that sexy Ram 1500. This vehicle clearly more on the utilitarian side of styling. I feel like a child at the table when I'm looking out over this hood. This V shape, and that the V shape is very distinctive on the hood, and it's very long and it's hard to see where the corners are. It's not that evident. When I'm looking to the side and everything, it's great. It's got these big windows, almost Ford F-150-ish, I'd say, in terms of visibility. Looking back, just like all the others, that box is it just goes back so much. It's huge. It really is huge. I mean, backing this up, you'd almost need like a beeper, beep, 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 just when you're backing up, just because it is so big, and it's a big vehicle. When you look at the suspension details, you really get this impression that it's a well-built, robust TRD vehicle. Very good on that level. I have no doubts. High ground clearance, everything. I mean, I think you're all set for off-road. In fact, we are off-road here, or at least a simulation of it. We're in the Montreal Trail, and it's handling the bumps wonderfully. A really soft suspension, actually, so very comfortable. On the inside now, well, this vehicle, $68,000, I think. It's cheaper than all the other trucks we did, and Ford F-150, Ram, Chevrolet Silverado. And when I'm sitting in here, well, you see where they cut costs in terms of this display here in the center came off a Corolla. These switches, the switchgear here for the windows, could have come off a 2016 Corolla. The switch dials here seem like they came off a RAV4 with a bit more class. What is distinctive is this giant infotainment. Beautiful screen, very reactive, relatively easy to use. There are no hard buttons, which well, there's one here, but I mean, there's no like hard buttons like, for example, for the most common features. Nevertheless, easy enough. The shifter, nice quality, takes itself well in hand. The steering wheel, the leather quality is satisfactory. Looks very sporty here with the TRD decal and the red stripe here on top. I think they lifted it off the old Avalon, if I'm not mistaken. So they went to the part bins, it seems, to make this vehicle. Other things about this interior, well, the seats are okay. I mean, they're good. They're not as good as, for example, Ram, but they are okay. It's a net improvement, but so have the competitors, right? The competitors have improved, and when I'm sitting in this vehicle, which has, I must say, a lot of space here, sitting behind myself, a whole lot of space. And Ross makes the remark, these are not just utilitarian vehicles, these are luxury vehicles, right? You could go from Montreal to New York in one drive, right? And you'd be fine. Final note, this engine, everyone's afraid of the twin turbo from Toyota, that it won't have the same reliability as the V8. It probably might not last 30 years, but I'm not afraid of Toyota reliability. They have such a good reputation, and all manufacturers come out with new technologies, right? And Toyota in the past have done it better than most. We think only about their hybrid drives, right? It was a new technology, it scared a lot of people, and they've had very little problems with them from day one. So Toyota tends to be a company that when they do things right. 10-speed automatic, very good. Ross has averaged 11 point something liters per 100 kilometers, which is totally respectable for the power output of this vehicle. And see, I'm in the trail right now, the Montreal Trail, handling bumps easily. However, I think there's two types of truck drivers. There are those who lease them, who want the latest thing, the latest gadgets, the latest look, the latest mags, the latest styling. And usually they buy them and sell them after a few years, or they just simply lease them. And then you have those truck buyers who buy their truck and then they hold on to them for 2 decades. And I think the Tundra, which was the exclusive realm of those buyers, I think will continue to do so in the future. So I think Toyota is holding on to what they got, and they may gain new customers in perhaps when a truck buyer has a poor experience with their truck, right? You've had it for 5-6 years, you go to the garage, it costs you $3,000-$4,000. That might be the last Ram you buy, right? You might go for the Tundra after. And I think this is the kind of customer that Toyota will pick up. And those are my thoughts on the very good Toyota Tundra 2022. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well then of course, you should subscribe, and that is it.